Hello, good people. How are you all doing? I'm Maureen. Thank you so much for coming back to watch my content. And if you are coming here for the first time, feel most welcome, feel most appreciated. And don't leave here without subscribing to this channel. Hapa tukifika tu ni subscribe and liking, okay? This is a channel where we discuss anything womanhood, anything parenthood, anything motherhood, and general life issues, especially surrounding womanhood, okay? So I bet that you won't get in this channel you won't live without learning one or two things, okay? So guys, let's get into today's video, okay? So today guys, I'm going to talk about a very sensitive topic as far as womanhood is concerned. And so today I'm going to talk about contraceptive methods that are available that someone can use if you want to, yeah, kama unataka kupanga uzazi, which type of contraceptive methods can you have in mind? But a disclaimer guys before I start is that I'm not a specialist, I'm not a medic. These are some of the methods that I've used that I'm going to share with you that have worked for me and those that didn't work for me. And also another disclaimer, okay? Our bodies are different. Women's body or girls' bodies, we are totally different. You can find a contraceptive that works for me doesn't work for you, or the one that does not work for you works for me perfectly well, okay? So any of them that I'm going to discuss does not mean that the ones that worked for me is the one that is going to work for you, okay? So just choose it. Contraceptives are, I can say they are just they are trial and error things, okay? So you just try until the time that you will get the one that works for you. But something that I can advise you on, a very key thing, is that before you decide on the method that you want to use, I had advised that you visit a gynecologist so that they can examine you, they can discuss with you, they can educate you, so that you reach a point where you know the one that you really want and the one that really works for your body, because we have hormonal ones and non-hormonal ones. So you just try whichever works for you. It's okay. So the number one contraceptive that I'm going to use, sorry, that I'm going to talk about is withdrawal method. This is basically when you are having an intercourse with your partner, and then it reaches the time that they want to release, they withdraw, like they pull off, they pull out, they pull off. I don't know. Yeah, they pull out and wanamwaga nje. They don't release inside your vagina, okay? But this one, as much as it might be effective for some of you, or as much as it might have worked for some of you, it is a very ni ngumu sana anyway, because at that time wanaume husema ni kama pikipiki inakimbia and then you want to stop it at once. It might be so hard for some people to withdraw. It requires some strength that maybe a few people have. So again, if it works for you, fine. If you decide that you don't want to use any other form of contraceptive and you want to go the natural way and it can work for you, well and good, okay? Another category I'm going to talk about is the non-hormonal contraceptives, and the ones that I know of are two. Yeah, the ones I know of are two. Now we have CD, or the condoms that we use. They are female condoms and also the male condoms. So if you prefer, especially if me, I always say that I was not going to use any form of contraceptive before I have a baby, okay, because of these myths and misconceptions that we always get, or the stories that we always hear about contraceptive, that maybe you will give birth to a baby that does not have a nose, ears, eyes, or things like that, okay? Those are the things that made me say that I won't use any form of contraceptive, especially hormonal and non-hormonal ones. Yeah, so if you, kama utaki kupata mtoto saizi and you don't have that plan, condoms are there and they are always free in public facilities. You can use them. There's only one complaint that I've had with it. Some people always say that after using the CD, some of them get some reaction in their walls. They feel some some itchiness, wanasikia kuwashwa. So there are different varieties of condoms, so of CDs. Let me just use the word CDs. I feel uncomfortable calling it condom, but anyway, it is what it is, okay? Find the category of it that works for you. The one that won't give you rash, the one that won't make you feel uncomfortable, especially after intercourse. Yeah, so condoms, yeah, they are also a good method of birth control, okay? Another form of non-hormonal contraceptive that you can use is the copper IUD, or as so many people used to call it, or are calling it, coil, okay? Yeah, it is non-hormonal, but it is inserted inside your, it is inserted through your vagina to the uterus. It is T-shaped. It is something like this, like it is T-shaped in nature. I don't know, maybe I'll find a picture and put it somewhere up here for you to see. So the copper IUD, it is also non-hormonal, and it won't affect you in any way because it does not release any hormone. You will just be the way you are. It won't change anything. It normally takes up to 10 years. So there are some of the, these birth control methods are just trial and error, and all of them have advantages and disadvantages, only that they vary. The disadvantage and the advantages vary from one contraceptive method to the other, okay? So like the copper IUD, you can have it in your body for about 10 years, and something that you can experience in the first times, on the first weeks or months after having it, is that you can experience some spotting or some crampings, because this is something new to your body that has been inserted in, so the body needs to take time to adapt to it being there, okay? Yes, so okay, this is the one that I'm using right now. Actually, I'm using the copper IUD non-hormonal, and so far so good. I have had it for 2 years, and I've not experienced any side effects that I can say. I didn't experience any spotting, I didn't experience any cramping. I don't even feel it. Like the first few months, I only used to feel it while bathing, especially when I was on my periods. It usually used to come down a little bit, but after the periods are over, ilikuwa inarudi tu ndani, okay? So I've not experienced any negative effect that I can say. To me, it's just okay, because the hormonal ones, really, I'm going to give you a story as we continue, okay? Yeah, so that is, yeah, so the fact that it can move inwards or even outwards, so it is advisable that when you have the copper IUD on you, or if you're using it, it is advisable that you go for checkup at least once a year, or once in 6 months, okay, or twice a year, or once a year at least, for the doctor to check is it in the right position, because you can assume that it is there, but it has moved upwards. From the point that it's not supposed to be. Guys, I'm not a specialist. This is something that I was told in the hospital. I've researched on, and yes, yeah. So if you don't get if I don't give you the 100% information, you are free to consult your doctor, okay, or your gynecologist. Yeah, so it is advisable that you go for checkup to check if it is in the rightful position, so that inaweza kuwa imeenda kwa uterus ikae hapo for so long and you don't realize, and ikulete complications mingi sana. So it's good to go for checkups. Next category is the hormonal contraceptives. We have the pills that you take them for 21 days, and then you stop for like 5 days when you are having your periods, and then you start over again, okay? Now, the pills, I tried using them, but those things, as I said earlier on my disclaimer, is that our bodies are totally different. So me, with pills, it didn't work for me. It made my it it increased the acidity of in my vagina area, and it didn't go well with me. So I had to stop it. I used it for like 2 weeks. And it was so bad. I had to stop it. But some of the effects that it has is that it can some of the people that have used pill, they complain of having gained weight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can gain weight, but me, I used it for 2 weeks, but I didn't gain any weight. But some people they gain weight, some people they lose weight. So as I said, our bodies are totally different. We adapt differently. So yeah, and so there's also a possibility that you can get some clots while using pills. Okay, but it also have some positive and very good advantages. Like it is said that if you are having painful cramps and you are taking pills, it can actually reduce, or it can actually reduce the cramp pain. It can reduce your cramping. The pain can reduce so much if you're using the pills. And also, if you are an irregular person in terms of your period patterns, it can bring it back to irregular. And also, it is said that it can also clear acne or pimples. If you have pimples, if you're taking pills, there's high chances that they will reduce. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that is all I know as far as pills is concerned. Another hormonal form of contraceptive is Depo. Now here is where my story begins. Man, Depo ilinipeleka style ingine. Okay, Depo, it is a form of contraceptive that is given through injections. You take an injection after every 3 months, 2 or 3 months. You take an injection after every 3 months. Okay. So with me, Depo, in the first few months, it was just okay. But as the time went by and I continued using it around the 4th month, whey, this thing reduces your libido in the first place, okay? You don't feel like having an intercourse at all, at all, at all. Like you are just there like a tree. And the fact that you're seeing your man coming, and then you just say, oh God, it is yet another day, oh God. Now he wants it and I don't feel anything. Like I don't want it. I don't. These things comes with feeling. When the libido is high, you feel it and you enjoy it. But now when it is not there, you are completely dry, you are completely not in the mood. Yeah, you are completely dry, okay? And again, it will be painful because if you're not getting wet during that process, okay? Forgive me, but it is what it is. This is how it is, okay? Get it from me. So it will be so much painful, or you will have to use some lubricants because you are completely dry, okay? So that is a major effect that I experienced with it. Also, another thing that I experienced with it was I had a lot of back pain. It reached a point where I couldn't even mop the house. I couldn't bend, like even picking up something. The moment I try and bend to pick up something, I could really experience a lot of pain. Even standing up could be a problem. So I had to stop it. I really had to stop it because I couldn't handle it. And another thing also, Depo stops. It stops. It brings to a stop totally uh, of your periods. Like the first time I used it, the first month I experienced my menses, but the second month up to a whole year that I used it, I I didn't experience my menses at all. So that is also a major side effect of Depo. It completely stops your period. And also it has also been stopped in other countries because they say that it affects the fertility. Because if you use Depo and you want to try to give birth, or you want to try to look for a baby, you know what I mean? You will really struggle because some people take to some months before they find a baby. Some people go to so many years, like a year or 2 or 3 or 4, even 6, just because of using Depo. So do your research on it so much and ensure that whatever form of birth control that you want to go into, especially in Depo, I can say use Depo as your last option. Me, I can't advise someone. What I went through, as much as our bodies are different, you will find that 90% of those who use Depo, they complain about it so much. Maybe 10 or 20% are okay with it. Yeah, so that was my journey with Depo. Depo ilinionyesha mambo mingi sana. Some I've just cut short because I don't want this video to be a long video. Yeah, so let's go to another form of contraceptive. We also have the implant that is being inserted on your, is it left or right? On your left hand side, and it goes for 3 years. And also it also has more lesser or the same effects as Depo, in that they both reduces your libido, they make your vagina dry, you can have some acne, you can have some headache, you can have some waist pain or back pain, okay? But some people have also used it and it is totally okay with them. Some people have used it and they had to take it out because they couldn't bear with the effects. And so yeah, that is all about implant. Ni tu ka kitu nyingine kadogo nawekwa hapa. Yeah, and that's it, okay? There's also another one. I've had it. I've not had it so much. It is called Mirena. If you've ever used Mirena, and I hear it is the other one was copper IUD, but now this one is what is it called? Yeah, the other one is IUD and this one is hormonal ICUD. Okay, medics in the house, I hope I'm correct, but I know I'm correct because I've researched on them. Okay. So yeah, so this other one, it is hormonal, and the other one was not. The IUD is non-hormonal, and now we also have hormonal ICUD. We both have non-hormonal coil and hormonal coil. So this ICUD is hormonal. It releases sorry guys, it releases some hormones that prevents pregnancy. Okay, advantage of it that I've researched and also had, I watched a certain clip of a gynecologist talk about it, is that it reduces cramps. It can also be used to heal to treat cramps. If you are someone whose menses comes with a lot of cramps, you can use it. You can consider using Mirena. Yeah, you can consider using, and it also treats mild endometriosis. Okay, I don't want to get into the endometriosis part of it because that one totally needs it needs someone who is, it needs a medic to discuss. It needs someone who is specialized in that sector. So Mirena, or the hormonal ICUD, also can be used to treat mild endometriosis. Okay, and also the last one that I also found out some times back is the patches. I don't know how effective it is. Have you ever used patches on you as a form of birth control? Have you ever used the patches that, I hear it is a sachet that you peel off and then you put it there? By the time it is there, you won't get pregnant, but when it falls down or when you forget to put the patch, hapo na hapo ndi sasa unapata ball. Okay, so I don't know how much effective it is. Like when I try to imagine like just a patch, I don't know. Maybe if there's someone who has used it or has any information about patches, please consider educating us in the comment section below. Okay, this channel is all about learning. Whatever you have that you can help us learn on a given segment, like this one, comment in the comment section below so that we can learn together. Okay, yeah. And the last one, guys, we also have permanent birth control methods that some keep coming, and the one that we know of and I can say that is effective is vasectomy. That one, ile ya wanaume yenye wanakatwa huko juu. So we have vasectomy and ile ya kufungwa tube, ile unaenda unakatwa tube. But that one for cutting tube, ukikata tube yako at 20 or 21 and then you will feel like having a baby at 28. Now what will you do? So it is advisable that if you go for that one, for cutting tubes, maybe go for it at around that when you are over 35 years. At least at that time, you shall have already given birth to the number of babies you want, and you will no longer see any need of having babies anymore, okay? Yeah, so I only know of those two, the permanent one, vasectomy na hiyo ya for tying the tube. I don't know how it's called. I read it somewhere, but I can't remember the name actually. Yeah, guys, so those are the information that I had and the experiences that I had with the 3 methods that I used. That is Depo, I used the coil, and the pills that I used to take. So let me know in the comment section which type of family planning are you using and is working for you, which one didn't work, what was your experience, and also if you like more of this content I'm creating, guys, don't forget to like my videos, comment on them, ask questions, interact, share with me your experiences. I always love to listen to people's experiences, okay? And because we also get to learn from there, okay? So don't forget to comment on this video. Please guys, subscribe. Take me to at least 100 subscribers by the end of the month at least. Yeah, so that I can experience that growth, okay? We can grow together and be a family. Please subscribe to my channel, like my video, comment. Till next time, guys. Bye. I love you. Mwah.